All right, we are going over weight loss resistance, which, if you asked me when I was just a wee personal trainer and, didn't really dive into functional nutrition or coaching clients through lifestyle or, further my education. Most personal trainers, most fitness gals, peeps, whatever, men especially, will tell you it's all about calories in versus calories out. That's it. It's as simple as that, right? And there is part of that that is true. However, the calories out portion is very different person to person. You think you're burning 1,000 calories, 1,200 calories, 1,800 calories. However, if you are doing something, which I'll kind of get to what some of these examples are, whether that's you've been chronically dieting forever, your body's under constant stress, constant inflammation, you have some sort of hormonal imbalance, you've downregulated your metabolism, you don't have any muscle mass on you, you live a completely sedentary life. If any one of these things happen, then you're actually burning way less calories than you probably think. So what can you do? Eat less than that. If your body's only burning 900 calories a day, what are you going to eat? 700 calories a day. And then what? You're going to have a messed up digestion. You're never going to have any energy. You're going to be so moody, irritable. You're not going to be getting the nutrients that your body needs in order to thrive. You're going to have hormonal imbalances, long-term, all of that. And then also the less you eat, the slower your metabolism gets. So then you want to lose weight again in a year or two from then. Okay, we're going to eat 500 calories. Absolutely not, right? That's no way to live. That's when you're going to end up with true sicknesses, lose all your bone density, all of that. So yes, technically calories in versus calories out. But we need to know where your calories out measurement, where that level is. That's all based off of your metabolism. So weight loss resistance it's a condition, but at the end of the day, it is kind of a fancy way of saying something is going on with that equation, with the calories in versus calories out equation. And if you know that you're exercising, you're getting your steps, you're dieting, you're barely eating, maybe you're eating 12, 13, 1,400 calories, and it's been so long, and you're doing all the things and you're not seeing any changes, then yes, maybe we do have a condition of weight loss resistance. So let's dive into that. Let me do my little slideshow. So what exactly is weight loss resistance? It's a condition where an individual struggles to lose weight despite, and I want you to hear these words so clearly, following an effective diet and exercise regimen consistently for an extended period of time. Although we are talking about this topic, I must say, and I've helped thousands of women at this point, 90%, I would say 98%, closer to that range, are not doing that. They are not following an effective diet and exercise regimen consistently for an extended period of time. We'd rather point fingers immediately first at, their thyroid or their genetics or which coach they use or which diet, keto or vegan or Stairmaster versus running, like really, really dumb shit. When it's like, first of all, have you been consistent? Is it an effective diet and exercise regimen that you're following? Did you find this off TikTok? Did you hire a really cheap coach? And have you maybe been doing this for 1, 2, 3 months, expecting results, even 4, 5, 6 months, expecting, long-term crazy transformation, when maybe the last 5, 10, 15 years of your life have been spent sedentary, eating garbage food or over dieting, over exercising in a constant state of stress. I need you to also be pretty realistic with your rate of progress. Everyone's rate of progress is going to be different based off of their dieting history, their muscle mass, their body composition, their hormones, all of that. But also, again, if you have been living such an unhealthy lifestyle, been in pain or been uncomfortable or overweight for 5, 10 years, 3 to 6 months and expecting, to look like an athlete is a little bit, kind of just setting yourself up for failure. So all of those things to take into account. However, as far as weight loss resistance, this can be due to a wide variety of factors. They all do kind of come down to one similar thing, which I'll touch on. But all of these factors can be caused by under eating for too long. So that's just one point I want to say. But what's even the root cause of that, right? So let's say you're experiencing weight loss resistance, you can't lose any body fat. If anything, maybe you're gaining weight, the scale's not moving, you're doing all these things. And, we look at your dieting history. You've been eating 12, 13, 1400 calories for years. So that alone, right, could be the reason that you're experiencing weight loss resistance. But what is the root of that? Why would under eating for so long affect the body and not have you able to lose weight? I actually want to see if anybody would know the answer. What is like the underlying thing of under eating for too long? What is your body really perceiving? Feel free.
Stress.
Yes, Peyton, my girl. I knew it. That's my girl. Stress. Your body's perceiving some form of stress. You could be living the happiest life, doing guided meditations every day, be the funny, chill coworker, have no kids, be laying on a beach. And if you're under eating for too long, your body is flooding itself with cortisol. Your body's perceiving stress, and when your body's under stress, it is not losing body fat. Okay. The reason why your body has body fat on it, the reason why our bodies have that mechanism to gain fat, to have fat, to hold on to fat is to keep you alive. Because in our, primal primitive days, having fat on you means you can live a little bit longer, right? You're storing energy on you. The calories that you're eating, we can pack it on so that if food goes scarce, like this, right? Like dieting for too long, no worries. We have these amazing, helpful fat stores on you. So I wanted you to know that too. If your body has fat on it, which first of all, having fat is healthy. Okay. We're never going for 0% body fat. Having fat is good and healthy, especially as a woman. But especially if you are, dealing with having a body that has held on to fat for too long, instead of being so mad and so angry at your body for doing that, it's doing that because evolutionarily and biologically, that's only a mechanism to help you live, to help you survive. I promise your body is not like, ha, fuck you. You thought I want you to be fat and I want you to hate your life. It's literally because something along the lines has put your body under stress, and is like, okay, well, this is the mechanism our body has in order to withstand these stressful environments. Okay. So some causes: hormonal imbalances. Maybe that's hypothyroidism, insulin resistance, adrenal fatigue, which if you're not familiar with adrenal fatigue, that's when you've been stressed for a long time. So we can have high cortisol. That's when we have stress, just high stress in general, but we get high cortisol. But let's say you have high cortisol for 6 months, 12 months, 5 years. Now we have adrenal fatigue. That's when it's hard to get out of bed. Now you have low cortisol because your cortisol has been so high for so long. Now we have no energy. We're feeling wired but tired, just fatigue in general. These hormonal imbalances can disrupt metabolic processes and make weight loss difficult, as well as chronic inflammation. So persistent inflammation in the body from internal or external factors can hinder weight loss efforts. So stress isn't always from, your mind or your body, right? So obviously if you're sprinting, right? If you're running a marathon, that's stress on the body. If you're dieting for too long, that's stress on the body. But also if you're flooding your house with a bunch of chemicals, a bunch of toxins, if you're sleeping on linen sheets that you wash in toxic detergent, and then you brush your teeth with toxic toothpaste, and then you wash your scalp with toxic shampoo, and then you spray your body with toxic perfume, right? It's just a little bit of toxic here, a little bit of toxic here, but obviously it all adds up. As well as just the pollution in the air and whatnot. So choose your battles. To live a completely non-toxic life is a little difficult, I'd say. But just being aware, making those changes if and when you can. And if those external factors aren't the easiest to control, at least let's control the internal factors, right? Let's create a safe spot, a safe place for your body to thrive and not be inflamed. Also nutrient deficiencies. So I know a lot of my clients, I'll give you guys specific fruit and veggie goals. And that's not just because, your mom said to eat your fruits and veggies, eat your greens, but because the body lacking in certain vitamins and minerals or a lack of gut biodiversity can lead to the inability to lose weight. So if you're, barely eating carrots and broccoli throughout the week, and those are the only fruits and veggies that you've had, So not only is your gut not really getting much of a diversity, but you're also lacking in a bunch of different vitamins and minerals. So making sure that just one throughout your day, you have multiple servings of these, but also just zooming out throughout your week and your month that you have a wide range of different fruits and veggies. That alone can be causing weight loss resistance. Lack of sleep. Lack of sleep. And again, I feel like, you sign up for a fitness coach and it's like, why does this girl care about my sleep? How does that affect anything? Sleep deprivation can absolutely disrupt hormones. These hormones will regulate your hunger levels, your appetite, your stress levels, cortisol, inflammation, and just overall your metabolism. So again, that key component of calories in versus calories out. If you're not getting enough sleep, your body's not going to start just burning through calories, burning through its energy stores. It barely got any rest and recovery. So we have to make sure we're not only getting enough sleep, I'm talking 8 to 10 hours of sleep for women, but good quality sleep. Stress, here it is. High stress levels cause hormonal imbalances such as increased cortisol, which contribute to weight gain. And just increased cortisol is one piece of the puzzle, but increased cortisol will have a domino effect on all other hormones like insulin, thyroid, estrogen, testosterone, all of these things, which play a role in your body's composition and your body's ability to lose fat, gain muscle. And also just feel good, have energy production. But kind of putting those two together, right? Like lack of sleep is also a form of your body perceiving stress. So same thing, you can be chill, Bill, have nothing wrong, have the happy, healthy relationship, but if your sleep is terrible, your body's perceiving stress. And we got to get to the root cause of that, right? Why is your body not able to fully rest and recover at night? What is that stress or maybe that underlying trauma that is not being resolved? Also, kind of just a bonus point here, medications. A lot of my clients are on birth control. They're on some sort of maybe steroids or um what are they called? Antibiotics, antibiotics, as well as just antidepressants. Any sort of medication could have some sort of side effect. So just know that too. If you've been coaching forever and in that one question on your check-in form of list all medications and supplements and you're not listing a medication that you've been on for months or years, or maybe your gyno prescribed it so you feel like it has nothing to do with this. Medication can absolutely play a role in your body's inability to lose weight. So how do we heal these things? First of all, test a hormone panel. Know where your hormones are at. Test, don't guess. Get a hormone panel. Again, if you need help doing that, reach out to me. I'll make it seamless and easy. Get a GI map. If you have chronic gut issues and you can't figure out why, maybe you have a parasite, which a lot of people, I think we all always have parasites, but you could have a persistent parasite that's really causing issues in your gut, or maybe SIBO, or some kind of like bacterial imbalance going on. So get a GI map done. It's, really beneficial again, just to know, or just any kind of like medical evaluation, those kind of like underlying things. Of course, adhere to a personalized diet and exercise plan, even when that plan requires you to stop dieting. So even when you're working with a coach who ideally knows something and knows your history and has been observing your patterns, and we have enough data to know that, okay, we actually need to stop dieting. We need to get your body in a place that is safe and responsive. Your body hasn't been responsive to eating low calories or to exercising more. So it's telling us we actually have to go the other way in order to get it into a responsive state first. And if you only will listen to a coach or only follow a diet when it is requiring to diet more, to eat less, to exercise more, you're just going to end up in the same spot until you're, ready to do that. So adhering, even if it's not what you first think would help. Stress management techniques. So obviously things like grounding, so just being outside in nature, less screen time, guided meditations, just closing your eyes and committing to being silent and still for 60 seconds, breath work, even maybe just extending your exhales every once in a while, taking time to journal, reflect, maybe go to therapy. There's so many things you could do. But also, again, very important. We can do all the, guided meditations, all the things in the world. You have to get to the root cause. What's really causing this stress? Were you like a high performing child who maybe only got love if you got straight A's, or you felt like you were only, seen in the house if if you were hyper vigilant, or maybe you had a very reactive parent, so you really always had to be very aware of other people's, something along the lines, what happened either in your childhood or maybe your teenage years, or maybe you have a toxic relationship with your boyfriend and you're living with him, and that's just putting your body under chronic stress, or this job that you're spending 40 hours a week in. Whatever it is, we have to get to the root cause of what is causing your body stress. Yeah, Morgan said her favorite stress management technique is coloring. I have another client, I think her name is Morgan too. I have 3 Morgans now, actually. Another girl also likes coloring. So I think that's such a fun stress management technique, just laying on the floor or whatever, as well as you can kind of go body up. So just stretching, foam rolling, your tissues, they say your tissues hold your issues or something like that. So your body physically will hold on to stress too. Maybe if mentally you can't get to the root, you're journaling, you can't get to the root. Okay, well, maybe if we just really sit in pigeon pose for a long time, or if we finally roll out those hamstrings for literally a full hour, or get a deep tissue massage or some kind of body work or whatever. I also would recommend reading The Body Keeps the Score. And then finally, address nutritional deficiencies. A big one is vitamin D. Most people are deficient in vitamin D, so definitely recommend supplementing with vitamin D3/K2. Get a mix of those. You would be safe doing 5,000 to like 8,000 IUs. If you know you're deficient in vitamin D, then you can go all the way up to 10,000 IUs per day. Guarantee that will make a huge benefit. On any kind of weight loss resistance or hormonal imbalance or just energy levels in general. But again, making sure that you're incorporating different fruits, different veggies in an abundance throughout your weekly diet. All right. Any comments, questions, concerns? Oh my gosh, look at that puppy. Should I say hi? How cute. I love that. Oh my gosh. Yes, Christine. Thank you. All right. Cool. If there's anything anyone wants more details on, slide in the DMs, post in the group chat. You guys are awesome. Thanks for showing up, and I'll see you next week. Bye.